instantly awesome, more in that kind of heavy role, and I think heavy maybe doesn't get the same kind of flowers. Ooh, we're live, kicking off. This is our first look at the Five Nights at Loveland team. Looked like a good transition up to Fortress.
Yeah. Both teams like taking the advantage and kind of going up to the top. They're just kind of battling all on that third floor. Green though keeping their resupply back on that ramp. Red realizing that and kind of trying to hit them on the ramp.
Caleb got into Fortress. He just went all the way up the switchback ramp, got into Fortress, and kicked the B team all the way downstairs. So that's brutal. And now he's dropped a nuke.
Yep, drops a nuke, and then you're looking at the heavy going crit here.
Oh, one live left on White Ninja. Oh, and he's gone. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's out. Oh, that's not great.
It's a bloodbath.
Yeah, it's rough. But again, Sodermelon doing the Detroit strat there, grabbing 2 early bases, and getting that early nuke.
I mean, he waltzed in there and killed the entire back line, sent them downstairs, and that was enough to get to that nuke. So, Dilky? Dilky? Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate you. Sub 1 minute nuke. Gnarly. Hammer, you might be even ultra conservative sub 7 minutes. This might be over pretty quickly. Red team have managed to come back and stock the lives, but without a heavy, it's almost more beneficial to kind of save your stamina in this particular instance.
Yeah, I would say losing your heavy, you're just pretty much like, alright kids, we lost. Let's learn what not to do.
Yeah.
Maybe find some good hiding spots. And just regroup for the next side.
Yeah.
Leading by 5,000 points.
Benning told me don't get greedy. That's a smart man right there.
Yeah, the other thing I'll point out is like the way we kind of talked about it. What Syracuse wasn't doing, but what Loveland is doing is, or Cedar City, sorry. What you're seeing Cedar do is like they just have those 2 players, you know, constantly going around the ramp, constantly going up to Fortress, and then patrolling that 3rd floor.
Yeah.
You're really just keeping an eye, making sure that no one kind of sneaks on the 2nd floor to hide while they're being chased and, you know, elimed out the game.
Boosting now. Boosting now.
Wow.
Space Marine requesting clearance for nuclear strike.
Strickler's gonna nuke, but
Do it.
yeah.
That's definitely a consolation nuke.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, that was very, very far. Like I couldn't believe just how easy Slaughtermelon got into Fortress, you know, and just dominated that resupply. He sliced through like a hot knife through butter. Getting his 2nd. He's going to take out Judoku. It's interesting to see that the medic on Five Nights has you know, wasn't the first out. I guess he starts with a lot more lives.
Well, outlive his team.
Yeah. Comp Geek, thank you very much. Appreciate the kind words. Nice to see you, dude. Hope you're well. We're trying to be real fancy. The cameras are in great spots. Yeah, we're trying to. Hopefully they kind of clear up, but yeah, it's just the nature of the way we've set it up. The network is under heavy load. Quick.
Yep,
sub 5.
10 minute or sub 5 10-minute elim there.
Yep. Sub 4.5 even. That looked like it was 10:32. That's pretty fast.
I was gonna say 10.5 minutes left.
Yeah. That's yeah. That's a little bit of what we call a drumming in the business.
we'll say that's not what you want to do, kids.
No, don't do that. But that's good. That's a learning experience for this young team. And to be fair, it's their first taste of the traveling teams because they didn't get to practice yesterday with anyone. So, you know, use these games as a way to kind of, yeah, like you said, learn not what to do.
I think it's just from me switching back and forth from the team roster, the schedule, and the, in the stream chat. So
Fire team
I'm
has
gonna
taken the lead.
reconfigure how all this is displaying. But
Yeah, sweet.
Red team has taken the
yeah,
lead.
first off break of the
Fire
game, you
team
can
has
kind of see
taken
both
the lead.
teams. Really same strat. Rush takes second. We have a battle for third happening. Snuffles did come all the way across third, which is what you want to see from your heavy.
Fire team has
It's
taken
what
the
I've
lead.
done in the past in this arena. It's what others have done. So when you're shooting up that ramp, you shoot up the third floor, it's always a gamble. Is the heavy going to go top or are they going to go mid? Snuffles went mid and it paid off big. He was able to catch green resupply and then push green down. So green now has a choice to make. They're kind of stuck on that second floor cubby. Do they stay there or do they try to just push all the way down? And looks like they split a little bit. So they have a couple players still on the second floor. They have one in the cubby and then they have one in the third floor cubby at the bottom right of your screen. It is so hard to hold this position. But Slaughter does the quick nuke again. We'll just call it the Detroit nuke. And it does again knock the heavy out. So unfortunately, White Ninja out again early. Most of the team in single digits other than the Rat as medic. But Slaughter getting that nuke off with no bases. So just pulling a Rusty, pulling a Scythe on that second floor, just cutting across second, just farming points on that second platform.
Might have figured it out. Sort of. What's up, Popeyes? Nice to see you, dude.
Green kind of trying to resupply back up here, but it's definitely an uphill battle for them, losing their heavy again to that early nuke. Early nuke and early shot, so kind of that 4-life trade off the heavy. You can see Red wasting no time resetting back up to that kind of 2-1 style where you have two upstairs and you have like the one person rushing down, supporting the attack.
So we roll them in there and nerve gas the whole nest.
As Strickfeld gets that nuke off, kind of alleviating some of the pain. Definitely needs resupply though, sitting on 3 and 1, so no shots now, crit lives, and no real spot for his resupply to set up. So kind of chaos on the switchback there for Red.
Requesting clearance for nuclear strike.
As Slaughter gets that other nuke with bases, so another quick second nuke from Slaughtermelon. Knocks Commander out. Medic sitting at 5 lives. So both 3 hits out early for Loveland B. It's definitely not looking good here, kids.
I wonder if they can last a little longer than the first game. They're out in what 4.5 minutes in the first, so they should.
Yeah, I think so. The Rook has
longer.
a lot of lives, so hopefully maybe an extra minute or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard though, because like I said, it's really a chess match at the beginning of the game because you don't know what the other team's going to do. If they're going to send the heavy straight to third, or are they going to send the heavy across mid? Are they going to send commander and heavy across mid? So it's kind of like your chess pieces back and forth are like, if you trade 100%, it's great. If you lose the trade, and both 3 hits are there, like what happened this game, it's definitely rough with Snuffles going up and Slaughter going mid, but both 3 hits going mid for green. It did not work out in their favor, unfortunately. Because Snuffles doing what you should be doing is heavy, cutting straight across that third floor. As soon as he realized both 3 hits were down, he was in supporting his team.
Mm.
Do it.
Boosting now.
Just on cleanup duty at this point. So this is the last game of this block. We're heading into the next block after this.
Team is trailing by
Some really good matchups coming up too, which we'll talk about shortly. But we'll get through this game first.
Missile away.
All that pressure coming from Slaughtermelon. Pretty good. They've managed to last an extra minute at least.
Yeah, like the Rook losing a ton of lives. I mean, he was F15, but now Jinoko having that extra, set of lives. But against the top tier teams, you're really just looking like, hey, we lost the game pretty much in the first 2 minutes, but
Yeah.
It's what you can take away from it. You can, realize, okay, what did they do? How did they break middle? How did they break top? What mistakes did we make? What can we do differently? But for those teams that haven't played like high competitive teams like Cedar or Loveland A, that chess match is always going to be a gamble in the beginning of the match. So,
Yeah.
I mean, GND knows it firsthand. I know it firsthand. It sucks when you're on the losing end of the trade in the first minute and you're downstairs.
Yep.
But you can always regroup and shoot back up. It's just how quickly you can do that before the other team adjusts. And
Yeah.
Slaughtermelon gave them no room to adjust where he dropped that first nuke with no bases. So we'll see the commander head-to-head a little bit different after this game.
Yeah. Maybe he got wind of, hey, if you want good-looking scores, don't kill them out so fast.
He heard us talking.
Yeah. The real water. Thank you very much for the follow.
We just got our asses kicked, pal.
Switching to full auto.
We got some Cedar City fans in the background.